GTA 6 literally looks better than real life. Now, I know that's a crazy statement to make and maybe a little exaggerated, but it's very close. I genuinely believe that's true. We're going to be talking about it in this video. Now, we've all seen the trailer at this point. Some of us more than others. I've watched it at least like 30 or 40 times. It's kind of an unhealthy obsession, but it looks amazing. Graphically, this is the most impressive game to ever release. The character models, the lighting, the volumetric clouds, the daytime, the nighttime, the sunsets, everything about it just looks absolutely insane, and it's hard to believe. Like, how was Rockstar going to improve upon what was already one of the greatest of all time in Red Dead Redemption 2? Well, they have very obviously done that, and this is clearly a next generation game. Like, this is the future of what games should look like, and they really showed it off in this trailer. Right off the bat, the trailer starts with a banger of an establishing shot showcasing Miami Beach. It's absolutely beautiful. This is what it looks like in game, and this is what it looks like in real life. This is from Google Earth. These are the actual real buildings. This is the actual, shot that we have in game, but in real life. And it's almost exact. All the little huts and lifeguard stations dotted around the beach. The signature yellow umbrellas of the Royal Palm hotels. Speaking of hotels, the buildings are pretty much exact matches. We have, starting from right to left, on the far right, this is the Lowe's Miami Beach. Very iconic building with the pointed kind of spire on top. I think this little guy next to it is also connected. To the left of that, we've got the yellow Royal Palm South Beach Hotel. Both of these are kind of like 4-star luxury hotels on the beach. To the left of that, we've got 1500 Ocean Drive, which is a condominium building. And then to the left of that is where we have our first difference. This is the Bellagio condos, which is obviously there in real life, but it's not there in the game. We can kind of go up and down South Beach here to maybe get an idea of what the actual game might look like. Around the point here, we've got the main channel where all the cruise ships go in and out of Miami. This right here, I guarantee, is going to be a huge island in the game. This is Fisher Island. It's the wealthiest zip code in the US. It's only accessible by a ferry that kind of runs through here. It's fully reliant on itself. It's got a couple marinas. It's got all these condos and houses and stuff, couple golf courses, grocery stores, schools, everything else. So you are literally on your own private island in Miami. Hopefully we can end up buying some property there. If we zoom out, we'll get some perspective on what the map could look like. So these are the 4 buildings that we saw at the very start. This is what we were talking about, kind of the edge of South Beach and Fisher Island and where the cruise ships come through. This would be downtown Miami and Brickell and that kind of thing. And then over here, this is the Venetian Way and Venetian Islands, which we actually saw in the nighttime shot later on in the trailer. So, I mean, just think about running around this entire area here. It's incredible. Going back to our original group of buildings here, in the in-game shot, you can see downtown Miami in the background. And while I feel like in real life it looks like it's a little bit further away, it still looks really far away in that shot. So just the thought of how much space there is in between here and there, and how much we're going to be able to explore, how much there's going to be able to do, like the density of this map is absolutely ridiculous. You can kind of get a sense of it with the shot of the girl up on top of the pool party or whatever as well. If you look behind her, I mean, this city just looks so incredibly dense and alive and popping, and it looks like there are going to be so many buildings and so many parks and so many places to explore. It's going to be incredible. Try to put it in perspective with Los Santos. The scale that we've seen from these couple of shots, again, it's a little too early to say this, but it feels huge. And when you take that at a perspective and you add in the fact that we are so much more advanced now, and more buildings are going to be able to be entered. There's going to be more happening around the map. It's going to be way more dense. Like, it truly is insane what we're going to be able to get up to. I mean, GTA 5's map was huge. Absolutely loved it. But let's be honest, outside of the city area, and honestly, really kind of certain pockets of the city, it got fairly barren. There was a lot of open desert. There was a lot of open forest. There was, big bodies of water and Mount Chiliad that, like, yeah, sometimes it was fun to climb that thing, but nobody ever really went on the upper 2/3 of the map. So if we have a map that's, equal to, if not denser, and that density is applied to more areas, it's going to be absolutely insane. This world, the whole trailer, you could tell it feels so alive. Now, hold up. In that last section, I do want to mention, we were doing a lot of comparing of like a purpose-built in-game screenshot to a Google Earth generated image that's generated from photos and satellite photography and things like that. So obviously Google Earth's isn't supposed to look as good. Here is a 4K drone shot of, again, that group of buildings there. Kind of a similar angle of the photos. The game looks so good, dude. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, density is one of the most important qualities of any gaming map. It's what breathes life into it. It's what shapes it and makes it fun. The activities, the excitement, the realism is all based on density. You can have a huge map that's super boring. Again, Los Santos wasn't bad, but the top half was kind of like that. Or you can have a map that's super dense and you're walking around, you're always getting sidetracked. There's always something to do, something to look at, something to see. And it feels like that's kind of what they're going for this year. So let's take a look at this initial photo that we've been talking about a lot here. I mean, look at the beach here. You've got people in tubes. You've got people under umbrellas. You've got people reading. You've got beach patrols running around. You've got, like, I'm sure you're going to have employees setting up umbrellas and stuff. You can see all the chairs stacked up. People on towels. People wading in the water. Like, there's just so much happening. There's a paddleboard here. There's somebody riding around on a four-wheeler. Even if you look back in here, look at all of the palm trees and the rooms, the courtyards and the pools that we have going on over here. I mean, I wish we could enhance a little bit further, but like, look at this. It just feels so alive. There's so much happening in this scene alone. There's a scene later on in the trailer that takes us down to the beach. And I mean, just look at everything that's happening in this image. We've got activity up on the rooftop, cool patio areas and stuff. We've got regular helicopters flying by. We've got pontoon floating helicopters going by. Look at all the bodies on this beach. We have groups of friends hanging out, people reading, people in the shade, people sunning, people on their phones. A lot of people on their phones, actually. Look at all the different body types and shapes and colors and tattoos and jewelry and sunglasses and accessories. And like, people are spray tanning each other. Over here, we've got people with their headphones and Coke cans, and I don't know what that is, but there are just so many little accessories, so many things going on. Everything is so varied. You've got people putting jet skis in the water. You've got people in Speedos, people in bikinis, people in trunks that went out of style like 15 years ago. Like, it's truly insane to think about this. Chihuahuas running around. This dude is absolutely jacked, and he's got, is that a red bandana or red hair? I can't tell. People lounging in the hotel furniture. Like, just imagine this scene was alive here and just being able to look around and see the sights and sounds of this beach. I mean, that in itself is so much more active and involved than Los Santos ever was. This shot absolutely stunned me too. So this is Ocean Drive, kind of the main drag in Miami Beach. So many bars and clubs and restaurants and hotels and things. Very glamorous spot, especially at night when the lights come on and all the neons going and stuff like that. And just look at everything that's happening in this photo. Look at the sheer number of cars and the variety of cars that we have happening here. We've got a bit of a backup happening. We've got people taking photos of Lambos going by. We've got people dressed up to go out to eat. We've also got people coming in from a long day at the beach. We've got homeless guys with iguanas on their shoulders. Iguanas are all over the place in Miami. We've got, I mean, if you look in the background, we have all these people lined up to go into clubs and stuff. It's just like, there's so much happening in this scene. I try to visualize myself in game, just standing here, just looking at this and imagining all the movement and activity and sounds and stuff you're going to hear. It's just, it's insane. This entire world is so alive. Last but not least, we have this clip right here. Now, it's a short clip in the trailer, so I'm going to play it back and forth to maybe slow it down a little bit. Sorry about that, but this is just such an impactful shot. This might be one of, if not the most impressive shots at a video game that I have seen. Just the lighting here is so incredible. All the lighting in the buildings, the sunset happening in the background, the headlights off of all of these cars. You've got big boats going by, small boats going by, helicopters flying around, airplanes flying in. Like, this shot, it's hard to believe that this is in a video game, and this is just a small part of the map. We talked about it earlier. This is Venetian Way with the Venetian Isles and all the rich people and stuff that live here. Like, the thought of being able to drive around these streets, it's gonna be so sick. This looks so alive. There's so much activity at all different times of the day. This game just looks absolutely incredible. And it's crazy to think that this is a 90-second trailer that we've been watching. It's a 90-second trailer that's more than a year out from the release of the game. We're probably, you know, year and a half, almost 2 years away from the release of this game. So obviously they're not showing us their hand yet. They are not trying to show us anything in detail. They're just trying to give us a little teaser. Hey, this is on the way. It's coming in 2025. You know, it's official. We're not going to get anything substantial until later on down the line. So if this is what they're able to show us and we can get this much from 90 seconds, imagine just how massive and detailed this game is going to be. Like, it's absolutely mind-blowing to me. There you guys have it. GTA 6, better than real life in some ways. I truly believe it. Can't wait to see more of this game. I don't know if I can make any more videos on a 90-second trailer. We'll wait and see. There might be some more stuff that pops up, but I hope you guys have enjoyed all the coverage. And Rockstar, thank you. Looking forward to more info. Hopefully it comes soon. Peace out.